Oh, hello, you insouciant long pigs. It is I, Sam of SG1, coming at you for a Transformers transformation review thingy. Yes, we're taking a look at, although I've reviewed it before, Powermaster Prime / God Ginrai. Yes, I'll get into that in a moment. But look at this impressive piece of plastic. Yes, it's pretty fucking big. So we have Powermaster Prime, God Ginrai, and Apex Armor, God Bomber. So yeah, it's the 2002 reissue from Toys R Us. I can't believe I've had this 21 years. Jesus. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at God Bomber first, because it is just right here. So we'll just disconnect him from here, because in Master Force, we'll just put Prime at the back there, because in Master Force this is a separate vehicle, and it's a rebuilt incarnation of Roller, if I remember rightly, and he's a vehicle which some of the small headmasters can fit in here, which you can on this, but I'll get into that in a minute. And yeah, he's like a little armoured little truck attachment thingy. Rolls very nicely. Like I say, it connects to the back with this trailer hitch, and we've got this really nice chrome, which is reflecting everywhere. Although the Autobot badge is a bit faded there, I am ordering toy hacks for these guys, because the stickers are a little faded. Yes. So anyway, yeah. So that's the front of that, and it's very nice indeed. It is a little bit dusty, so I do apologise. It's been on display, you see. Yeah, it's very very cool. I like what they did here though. We'll just move that out of the way. Is they carried on the stripe on the trailer, which is a really nice touch, and it's almost at the same level as well, which is really cool. I do like that. I'll just move it back over here, and then but other than that, this is the definition of a parts former. Yes, I know what you're saying. Oh my god, parts forming. Yes, parts forming. Yeah, so yeah, his definition of a parts former. So you can tell this is the reissue, because the reissue is focused. Thank you. The missiles are slightly longer. It should be more flush to the launcher there. So to transform him, we just basically take him apart. So just move all these bits off. Ooh, that's a horrible squeak. And that was even worse. Don't know how that's happened. Ooh. So yeah, you just basically take him apart and take him apart. And then we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces to put this guy together. So, so we take these bits and we reach under here and we reach in and get a foot. Yes, sorry, it's a bit dusty. And then we get a leg. Same for this side. We do the same thing. And what we do is, with the Autobot badges there, sort of the outside of the trailer, they become the inside of the legs, so we just put them like that, so we just move them out of the way. Then we get this bit here, we reach around the back and get his head. So while we're here, we'll take a look at his head. That is a really cool head, very Generation 1. It's got an Inferno look to it, to be quite honest. I wish they'd painted the eyes, but then again, he's kind of a drone and doesn't have his own personality of sorts. So he's got these little ports there, and he's got some posts there. So we just connect him thus. Oh shit, come on. There we are. Didn't like that crack at all. Doesn't seem to have done anything, that's alright. Just there we are. This guy's going to get big. So yeah, so then what we do now is we come to this section, we get what was the front of the cab, and we just fit these holes onto these ports there. Same for the other side. That's it. Just fits on there, sort of loosely, but it does fit. It's not going anywhere, but it will. It's just doesn't peg in securely, if that makes sense. So then we get these wings, and we put the stickers on the outside, and then we connect them thus and thus. And then we get these things that will obviously become his arms. Again, stickers on the outside. We just position it in like that, so it's slightly, so you've got that sort of angle going on. Same for this side, so it just makes it, just fits on better. And go, to position it. And there is God Bomber, or Apex Bomber, in his robot mode. Just move Prime out of the way there. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's like an extra big robot, basically. You get his gun and his bit of a launcher. Although I don't think this launches. No, it does a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Does a bit. Now you've got two options with this. You can either give him it as a gun, like so, which looks a bit silly if I'm honest, because of this big huge handle. I mean, you could do that if you really wanted to. What are you squeaking for? Or you can attach it to his shoulder. So you've got this port here, and you can put it to this side thus. So you can connect it to his shoulder like that. Or you can do it like that, which is what I like to do. Still looks a bit daft, but, you know, you can't even see what I'm doing there. Yeah, because this guy is so big. There we are. So you got that thing going on, which is pretty cool. Which is very cool indeed. So we're just going to move you over the way and come to the main event, which is Powermaster Prime / Ginrai. Now we're gonna. Now I have both versions. I'm gonna get the other version out in a minute. This guy is cool. It's Optimus Prime. You can't go wrong, or Ginrai in this case. You can't really go wrong because, you know, I mean, he's got the articulation of a house brick, but that's part of the charm of this guy. They, compared to the original one, which is, you can just make out the G2 one over there. He's a lot more articulated, but he's still very, very limited in his articulation. But it's just very nice, and he does roll exceptionally well. You know, so he's pretty cool. We'll bring in. So this is the Ginrai mold, and we'll bring in the Optimus Prime mold, which is here. Now, you can obviously see the difference. Let's see if we can get a better framing for it. There we are. Yeah, so basically, even though these are a bit faded, in fact, it's mostly faded. I've had this since I was a kid, and it's all faded. And look, like he's stayed complete the whole time. Yeah, I got this Christmas, or was it birthday, of 88 or 89? I can't remember, it's that long ago. See, the stickers are misplaced and stuff, so I can order a sticker sheet for this guy from Toy Hacks. But there are some differences. Mostly it's the grey. You've got Ginrai here, and he's got like a much darker grey. This one's got a lot lighter grey, even though it's mostly faded, but you can see the difference. Obviously this is the long smokestacks. Nothing's chromed on this guy. And then you've got the short smokestacks here. The only difference on the trailer is the hands, but I'll get onto that in robot mode. You can see that. So we're going to take a look at the actual Prime truck itself. Now this is where most of the differences are. So we'll just move those out of the way and take a look at the caps. Now, first thing you can obviously see is the fact that this is all chrome, and it's all one moulded piece where the headlights and the front grille are. This is chrome on the on Ginrai himself. This is all die-cast metal as well. That's plastic. You can't really tell. Why can't you tell? There you go. Yeah, so this is all die-cast metal all along here. And then this is all plastic. Because as well, I don't know if you can make it out, but the windows are slightly translucent. So we've got a little torch there, see if we can make it there. There you go. I'm focusing on the side windows, and you can actually see into the cab slightly, although it's a little bit dusty, which is a bit of a shame. But it's been, like I said, it's been stuck on a shelf for 20 years nearly, so, you know. Yeah, so you can see into the cab, whereas on this one, it's all plastic, and these are all stickers, which is a massive shame. And this, again, is the same moulded piece. I'll get rid of that. This is the same moulded piece, but it's all just moulded in red, because you can see the separation there, which is a bit of a shame. And there's no chrome on there. High Q. Yes, I've got hairs everywhere now as well. Yeah, which is a bit of a shame. But other than that, it's more or less the same. Oh, yeah, let's get into transformation, actually. Let's look at Ginrai first. And High Q. So, again, this is different. Where on... There you go, that's better. All this is red, you've got a nice grille there, whereas on Powermaster Prime here, this is just all one moulded piece, and they've only sort of chromed the outside of the grille, and this is grey as well. Bit of a shame, but you know, you can't have everything. So we'll just take a look at Ginrai and Haikyuu themselves. This is Haikyuu, and he's got basically no chrome on him at all. Oh, dropping him all over. So we'll just transform him to robot mode very quickly, and he's very tight in the legs. Oh, he's been like that since I was a kid. There we are. Oh, dropping him twice now. Got bloody hair all over him. I don't know how that's happened. There we are. And there he is in his robot mode. They've got hair everywhere. I don't know how that's even happened. It's not even my colour. So, right, I'll cut this bit out. Anyway, so there he is in his robot mode, and he's not too bad. A little dirty, and you can see where he's been sat in the cab for a long time. His arms will move up and down a bit, but he's not too bad for a little figure. He's not too bad. So you put him down there. As you can see, the reflecting the chrome. It's quite nice. So we'll put him down in front of Optimus Prime there. And then we look at Haikyuu, Ginrai, and basically the same, except this is, I think, is that one unmolded piece? No, it's a separate piece, but that's chromed, which is a bit of a shame. Because originally this set was going to be a Powermaster, Target Master, and Headmaster. I'll get into that in a minute as well. You know, all three masters, but he's just a Powermaster in the end. So we've got the cab there and the trailer there, transform him exactly the same way. In fact, I think it's exactly the same. It's a lot easier to transform this one. So we'll bring him back. I think, oh yeah, the red on his arms and his legs are a little bit different, but other than that, it's exactly the same mould. Everything's the same. Just, you know. So if you're ever looking out for one of these guys and you see, you know, a slightly lighter red, this is the American one, this is the Japanese one. Although these are technically American because this is a reissue, but basically that's what you're looking for. So there's Haikyuu and Ginrai. So we'll take a look at the cabs then. Like I said, we've had a look at the cabs. We'll take a closer look. We've got lovely detail going on. You've got some nice rivets going in there with window wipers as well. Like I said, you've got the clear windows, chrome smokestacks, but with the short smokestacks. You've got some sticker detail there, and it sort of breaks down a little bit here, but it's not too bad. We've only got one wheel at the back. It should have two wheels, but that's more for the transformation than it is anything else. Like I said, this is all one piece. It's all lovely chrome. This is a nicer truck, and it's heavy because it's all of this section is die cast. All of this front, everything's die cast, and it's a much lighter. This one's much lighter than this one. So again, another thing you need to look for. Even though I put that in the wrong place, but there you go. Actually, these are stickers that I just cut out and stuck on there, just to give it a bit of extra, you know, you know, and then there's the cab. Like I say, it's a bit of a letdown, this one, but there we go. So to transform it, we need the gimmick. So we transform the engines back in, Ginrai back into his engine mode. Same with Haikyuu. If you're wondering why I'm calling him Ginrai, not Optimus Prime, watch Chris McFeely's The Basics, and you'll understand. Or watch Master Force, which is weird but kind of cool. So yeah, now these got a tendency to pop right out, but they're not doing it now, which is good. So this releases the gimmick. Without these, you can't transform them. So what you do is basically pull down the legs. Let me just zoom this out. There we go. And then you rotate the legs down thus. Then that you can bring down like that. And then rotate his arms out thus, bring these down and lift out his head like that. And he is pretty cool. Same for this guy, exactly the same transformation. So you just push that in like that, rotate the legs down, pull this down, rotate these out. And lift him up like that. And there he is in his robot mode. Yeah, not too bad. Again, you can see the obvious differences. This guy has got, even though they're just painted, the painted silver thighs. This one hasn't. And yes, I stuck the stickers in the wrong place. So I'll get to that in a minute. But this guy's got blue eyes. This guy's got red eyes, which is a bit strange, if you ask me. Now, I don't know if that's just for the reissue. I'll have to double check on that. But the so you can obviously tell which one's which. In fact, I think this could be because it's faded, but this seems to be a bit more lighter red than this one. This seems to be more pillar box red, and this one seems to be a bit lighter. But not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, so in terms of articulation then, his head does nothing. His arms can move up and down. His legs can move back and forward, but they're joined at the hip because of the transformation. And he can bend his knees both ways, but they're joined here as well. And he can move his feet up and down. But that's your lot, but that's generation 1. This is what I mean, this is why I say it's got the articulation of a house brick. So, you know, there you go. He does all these guns, but we'll get into that in a minute. And he can look at each other and go, oh my god, you know, you look the same as me. I don't know why I did that voice for Optimus Prime. But anyway, so we're going to come back to the trailers. Now, basically the trailers are exactly the same except for the hands, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, this is a base mode. So, what we do is we just disconnect the guns. In fact, we'll just have a close look at the trailer. The trailer is exactly the same except for the hands. Again, I keep mentioning it, but I will get to that. You've got some nice grills going on there, like a trailer basically. Got some tech details there, and you know, got some wheels going on, and it's a trailer. And you can pull the doors down, and you can put a mini vehicle in the back. But it was designed for his head to be a transformation, to be a headmaster. To be roller, that's why he's got a separate headpiece. But that's what I do. I will look at that in a minute. But when I put him in vehicle mode, his head goes in there because it's just way storing it. So I'll just move it on the way. So you can put yes, you can see the dust on there. I do apologise. You can fit probably a mini vehicle in there. What have I got to? Yeah, we've got Legacy, Hot Rod missing the thing. It's on there. No, he won't even fit in there. But you know, you get the idea. You can put a mini vehicle in there. So we'll just lift these back up. Now to transform him, what do we do? Firstly, we lift this whole panel up slightly and rotate these out like that. Again, without it flipping down. Same again. And then what we do is we get this whole section and then we split it like so. Now I like to pull these out, just give it an extra bit of transformation. Then we sit it down like that, pull that down, and rotate this down, rotate that down, and again like that. Rotate these out, lift these up, lift these forward, and that is base mode, which is pretty cool. And then you get these guns and you put them on the side like that. And you get these guns and you can position them there like so. And then you can put Optimus Prime or Ginrai up in there. And there is the base mode. It's fully base mode. If we can get it into frame, there we are. And there's his base mode, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to transform that into the base mode because it's exactly the same. There's no difference on this part. Like I say, you can get mini vehicles, you can drive them up there like so, which is pretty cool. Move that out of the way. But you can pack them up there, or you can pack one in the middle there, which is pretty cool. You know, it's a little command unit, isn't it? A little base mode. And you can, like I say, you can give Optimus Prime his gun, but the nature of the gun is it goes up to here, and he can't point it at anyone because it gets caught on his elbow there. Oh dear, dear, dear. But it's pretty cool. I mean, you can give him these guns as well. You can give him one of these. Yeah, you can give him one of these guns if you want. Same problem, but you know, it is what it is. So you can give him one of his guns, or both of his guns if you really wanted to. Both of his guns like so. And then you can put him back up here. And there you go, you can command his command base, which is pretty cool. So then, let's transform him, shall we? Let's, again. Like I say, the differences between the mode and the Powermaster Prime mode are exactly the same. So now we transform him to super mode. So we get the cab, transform him more or less back to cab mode. Oh, I forgot one thing, actually. You get Ginrai here. Oh, I've put the wrong one. Never mind. That's the one I want. Yeah, I don't know why I did the wrong one there. But there we go, that's it. So you get Ginrai out of there. And then you transform him like this. Put his legs like that. Move his arms out just a touch. And then you can sit him in one of these guns. He's got a little port there. That'll fit on the back of the gun there. So you've got another Powermaster you can sit in there and you can man the guns. And I used to think as a kid you could take these off and fly them like a little flying attack vehicle, which is, you know, imagination. That's what imagination's for, isn't it? Sorry, I've got a cough, and if I cough into the camera, I'll try and edit them out, but it's horrible. I've just had a real bad flu, so it's not been fun. So yeah, you can pretend it's a flying vehicle, can't you, and go, and, you know, one of those things. So there we are. So like I said, we'll just transform him back. You don't need him in this mode, but I like to put him back into this. Just keeps it all, you know, together. So we just transform him, head down like that, and like that. So basically back to cab mode, and then you raise that up, and then you push them out. Now, to get this into super robot mode, you go like that, and go like that, and then create a cab cube, as I like to call it. Which is pretty cool. When it's like really weighs, proper weighty. So yeah, so just disconnect everything. And then we transform him thus. You don't even see what I'm doing. You don't even see what I'm doing. What am I doing? Right. So, transforming back to, back into super robot mode. So what do? Flip these up, flip those back, and then lift those up like that, just to give them some clearance. And lift those in, just like that, and that back. Then we turn him round, and then we lift him up, rotate the legs back down. Then rotate the arms down like that. And then we slide out the hands, and then we push that back. Get the cab cube, and then it just fits in where these hinges are on the cab. They just fit behind these little lips there. So you could just slide him in like that. And put his head on. And there is Super Optimus Prime, or Ginrai, in his super robot mode. And you can load him up with his weapons. Like that, and he looks a badass as Fuke, doesn't he? He looks fucking awesome. It's a really good mould, this guy. So in terms of articulation then, his arms can rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder, and that's it. That's all articulation you're getting out of him. So there he is. Let's take a look at his head. He's got a really cool Optimus Prime head sculpt. Now, this guy should have transformed into Roller to be a headmaster. He would have big wheels at the back. There is concept art for this guy out there on the internet. So it would have been a Powermaster, Headmaster and Target Master, which makes sense because being the leader. Oh, there we are, dropping the camera there. So yeah, it's just a really cool figure. Like I say, it's what an Optimus Prime should be. Big, chunky, clunky. You know, it's got the articulation of a breeze block, but there we go. So we'll just bring him in with the original, well, the US release. And you can really tell the difference. You know what I mean? It's just, I say the colours, the I think the blue, again, this is a bit faded, but the grey is a lot lighter on this guy than it is this guy. Plus these guys, plus Ginrai has chrome on his thighs where Prime doesn't. Obviously, we know the cab differences. Now the arms, I will get to them now. So we'll just take the weapons and that off so you can see. On these should be on the cab, but there we go. So I'll just do the same for this guy as well. Now you can see. Why they changed the mould when it came to the US, I don't know. Because this guy has got sort of like what appears to be like a proper shoulder joint, like an elbow joint, like a proper cog. But it doesn't do anything, it's just moulded. And you've got sliding hands, which are blue. Whereas Optimus Prime here doesn't. He's just got standard arms. And then, you know, the fists are the same, but they're just... he's got slightly longer arms, this guy. But it's just, for some reason, they didn't add all this section in. I don't know. I mean, if you're saying cheapness, well, that's fine. But then why alter the arm itself? Surely that would cost more than just moulding this. You know, I just don't understand that. Other than that, it's exactly the same. Everything else is exactly the same, apart from the chrome on the thighs there. So, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty much the same. And the colours as well. Like I say, this guy's the grey's a little lighter, but, you know, mine's faded. I mean, man, this guy's from 1988, so, you know. But still, very cool toys. Very cool. I highly recommend these in any Transformers collection. If you're just collecting Optimus Primes, get these guys. Get both versions. You know, I mean, you can get them fairly easy. These guys are always up on eBay. These you can probably get at, you know, TF Nation or TF Con or any Transformers convention, even eBay itself. But I've seen loads of these guys on eBay in various states of disrepair. But you can pick these up fairly easily, and not for a lot of money either. I think even the reissues, I think it's only about £1,800. It's not dear. I paid £20 for him, and when I bought him, I got Jazz for free. It was an offer they were doing at Toys R Us. I think the way it's selling, and I thought, well, if I'd have known that then, I'd have bought loads. But there you go. So yeah, so we're still not done. No, we've still got some extra bits to do. So we'll just move you out of the way there and focus on you. Remember this guy from earlier? We'll bring him in. Actually, these two do look good together. If you stand them together, they do look really cool. Yeah, so yeah, they do look really cool together. If you want to stand them on a shelf together, they would go very nicely. So, it doesn't end there. So, we're going to take him to Super God Ginrai mode. So, we just disconnect all of the guns from him. And then we focus on this guy again. And just move you over there. I just did, again, it's basically disconnecting this guy in all of his component parts. There we go. So then we've got a pile of parts again, which you can't see. So then we've got a big pile of parts again. So, what do we do? So, to prep him, we get this section, move that in like that, and that becomes one of Ginrai's new platform boots. Same for this guy. Even make Baby Spice blush, I think. Wow, I can't believe I made a Spice Girls reference. Holy shit. I am getting old. So just disconnect those from there. Those from there. Get this section, move his head back in. Then what we do is, this bit will face outwards from the back. So you move it to this side. Yeah, that's right. And then you put the wings on like that. And then the wing on like that. Bring in old Ginrai here. And I can adjust the camera, come on. There we are. So what do? We lift this section up at the back, which is the trailer hitch. And then we get, you see these holes here, which held in these guns in trailer mode. It's just a sticker, so I thought it was broken inside there. And then you get these little ports there. They will fit on there like that, give him his jetpack, which is pretty cool. And then just put that down. Then we get these sections. So what happens is you get this section here, and there's a little square hole there, and there's a little hook here. and then that just goes in there like that, and then it clicks in. It will fit on there, but it doesn't look as good because the colours don't match. So then, there we are. So we're into this position. Then we get the covers for his arms, which will fit into the holes which had these guns in. I'm going to have to zoom this out. Oh no, wrong way. I'm not sure I'm going to do this because I'm running out of room to do it because this guy's going to get massively bigger. There we go. I've had to put stand boxes on top of boxes here to get this into frame. So we get these arms and they just fit onto here like so. I mean, you can put his normal robot arms in. Doesn't make any difference. I mean, it just adds a bit of thickness in this from this angle. So we'll just put them in there like that. Then we get this bit. There's a little hook there that hooks underneath the cab here, under here, and it just slides on like that. And you just position that down. Then we get the big shoulder cannon, and then that will fit on like that. Then we get the guns here, these guns. These will fit on the side of his legs now, like so. And like that. And then you give him his guns back. Like that. And there is Super God Ginrai in his absolute glorious super robot mode. And he's just awesome. And he's, like I said, the equivalent of a house brick. Let me just see if I can get this all into frame. It's not going to be easy. But yeah, he's pretty fucking cool. Same articulation as before. His arms will move up and down. That's a lot. But he looks impressive as fuck, doesn't he? Really fucking does. There's his jetpack on the back. Because in the show you can fly and stuff, and you know, it's pretty cool. And here he is next to the normal mode, so you can see what they both look like together, which is pretty cool. Now there is variations on these molds. There is the Super God, Super Fire Guts version of this, which is all orange, which I really want. It looks so cool. And then there's a version of this guy as well, which is Nucleon Quest Super Convoy, which is all black and chrome. Looks amazing. But it goes for stupid money, and I like it though. But yeah, so that's hell of a review, isn't it? So that's me, that's Super God Ginrai, and that's Powermaster Prime. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, why not like, share, and subscribe? And hit that notification bell to tell you when I've got new content available. And if you're in a position to help out the channel, why not consider donating to my Patreons? There'll be a link up here somewhere, and it'll be in the description as well. Check out, I've got some cool rewards over there, and if you think I'm deserving, that would be amazing. So please check that out. Check out my other Transformers reviews, which will be down here, and I will catch you very soon. Before I go, this was a viewer request by the man on the ledge that is Mark Pierce. There you go, Mark. I thought I'd do that for you. He's one of my long-time subscribers, so thanks very much. Thank you for all the new subscribers as well, and I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.